It started a year ago. My daughter, Christy.
Hi.
She is gluten intolerant, she discovered.
When?
About 2 years ago, I started getting sick every time I had gluten, every time I ate anything that had any sort of gluten in it, including oats, in fact, because they're often contaminated with wheat, and the protein in oats is very similar to that of gluten. So I was getting sick from every time I ate even oatmeal, so I couldn't eat most breakfast cereals, which contain a lot of oats and wheat, in fact. So my mom ran to the rescue and she created this cereal.
I experimented with different grains, all gluten-free, non-GMO grains, and finally came up with a combination and that Christy liked, and we experimented, and we settled on something that she liked, and it was so good that we started giving it as gifts to people, and they said, gosh, you should market this.
Yeah.
And so we decided, yes, I think we'll try that. So on October 1st, the state of Washington blessed our commercial kitchen, and we have been, we started an online store, and it's been going gangbusters. There's a lot of people out there that wanted an alternative to oatmeal.
Fresh ingredients, it's vegan, it's gluten-free. I mean, you're not going to get sick from it if you have a gluten intolerance issue. It's just wonderful. The main ingredient is almonds. It's really delicious. It's a very very good almond flavor.
Yeah, one secret to this is freshness, because once you crack a grain open, you expose the germ, and then this clock starts ticking on the grain. And so in order to keep it fresh, we do the milling and immediately package it in a high barrier bag, and we include an oxygen absorber, and we seal it. And so that gives it a long shelf life, and when you open it up, it's fresh as could be. And so the freshness is an important factor. Okay, we source from, we have organic farms. Let's see, Lundberg Farm is one in California. Edison Grain is one for the cañahua, which is related to the quinoa.
And what about that thing that makes it purple?
Oh, the black rice. That's from Lotus Foods. That's in their farms in China, and they're all organically grown. And I couldn't tell you where all the sources are, but we're very careful about that. It's very important to us to have non-genetically modified ingredients.
Tell us about GMOs. Why is it important to keep GMOs out of the burger?
Well, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, so I don't know if you're aware, but one of the reasons that you probably are, but one of the reasons that a lot of people have been getting sick from wheat recently is because wheat is so much different than it used to be. Like back in the 70s, people started hybridizing it and changing it, and it has a lot more gluten than it used to. And it's so much different from the original emmer wheat of like thousands of years ago. In fact, the rate of celiac has gone up several percent over, I think it's like 10 times what it used to be since the 40s. So you think about it, they've been modifying these things and we've been getting sick. So obviously we should keep food as it is and not try to change it, because we don't know what we're doing. I mean, the wheat today could not survive in the wild. They made the grains bigger on the top, but then they had to make it shorter. There's no way it would survive in the wild. And I think it's unnatural to be consuming things that aren't natural. I mean, we shouldn't be messing with nature. That's its own job.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing about, the other thing about genetically modified, you have to ask, why are they doing it? And one of the reasons is so they can dump all kinds of herbicides, and the plant will survive. And it does make it easier for the farmers, and their yields go up. And so I don't think it's all evil intention, but the unintended consequences are a lot of health problems. And so we just want to avoid that.
What's the future? Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Healthy. Oh, in terms of our product?
Make everyone else healthy?
Yes, yeah, we just want to see people be happy and healthy, and you live once. And I'm seeing with people in my age, in the 50s age bracket, they're either getting better or they're not, and they're getting better when they concentrate on their food and their exercise, and all the rest is kind of a holistic approach. And I want to feel good. If I'm going to live a long time, I don't want to be a burden on my daughter. I want to be chasing her around. So I just want to be healthy and well, and I want to spread that good message and spread wellness.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was great. It's a wonderful idea. I mean, I actually have several close friends who are celiac. I'm not technically celiac, but I do have an intolerance, and a very sensitive intolerance. And She's just had a horrible time. I mean, it tears up your lower intestine to be celiac, and so overall, I mean, like over time, that depletes your immune system's ability to defend itself. So it's just, I think it's wonderful. There's so many people out there that could be using this and want an alternative to oats, because oats are slowly killing celiacs, and that's what they don't realize is like people like gluten-free has no regulations on it, so anyone can label anything gluten-free, even if it's not. Oats aren't really gluten-free. You can verify it by doing tests, but a lot of celiacs still can't tolerate gluten-free oats because the proteins are so similar. So I think this is wonderful. I think a lot of people can benefit from eating this cereal. I mean, I have tremendously. I don't get, you know, GI pain anymore from eating breakfast. So I'm feeling great.
Do you have a tagline or something for your product?
Yes, in fact, it was by a journalist. He said, a journalist told us, he said, well, this is so good. He said, this is organic rocket fuel for the body and mind. So there you go.